And we're live. My name is Grace Gravestock. Welcome to the Know Yourself Revolution, where we help you know, love, and trust yourself. Because guess what? It starts with you. You and I are here to lead by example in the Know Yourself Revolution. Together, we will positively impact 5 billion people by 2025. Not alone, not the old paradigm way, but the new paradigm way through frequency, collaboration, and alignment. Today, we're going to be talking about you. And here is your question. Do you wonder what other people think of you? Do you wonder what would happen if you actually showed up the way you really feel? What if you actually showed up the way that you want to look instead of the way that you do look? Today, we're going to talk about permission to be you and why it's so important that you give yourself permission to be you. Now, I know it takes courage to say this. It takes courage to do it. Yeah, it takes a lot more courage to actually do it. But if you're joining me today, then I know that you are part of my tribe. If you're within the sound of my voice, you are part of the Know Yourself Revolution. And because we are here to lead by example, it means that when we stand up as ourselves, everyone around us, not even just people around us, because through frequency we impact others. It's not just people that see us, it's people that are within our frequency range. See, I used to have a radio show for 6 years when I was much younger. Back in the day when there was such a thing as real radio. And so I understand how it works. You have a radio tower, and you have, a certain region, a certain area that bandwidth reaches. Put radio in the chat if you have ever been in radio. I'd love to find my radio friends all over the world, family by choice. What I want to say to you is that we impact others by our choices, whether we like it or not, whether we know it or not, it still happens. Why? Because we represent a frequency. Each of us have a unique, individual, energetic signature, a frequency that we put out into the world, whether we like it or not, whether we know it or not, whether we understand it or not, and whether others around us like it or not. It happens by the very nature of our being. That's why it's so important. Who are you being today? Not what are you doing, because who you are being will impact what you are doing. When I first started this personal development journey, like 25 years, 30, oh my gosh, I don't even want to say how long. It's been a while. When I first started, I remember a really key phrase that helped me so much. You've got to be before you can do, and do before you can have. Be, then do, then have. And it works like that. Most of us want to go back the other way. We want to say, I want to have this thing. But you know what? We can't have the thing until we are being the person who does the things that then leads to the results or the having of what we have. So we be before we can do, and do before we can have. And when we stand in our full power, when we stand up as ourselves, unafraid to be who we are, we give other people permission to be themselves. Just imagine what your next family event would be like if everybody showed up the way they actually were. I know you're laughing. You're thinking, or maybe you're thinking they already do. I know in my family, we passed that a long time ago. And at this point, everybody shows up the way they are. So it doesn't matter. Some people like to dress up and some people don't. And some people wear makeup and some people don't. And that is totally fine, because we love and support each other however we are. And we've come to that because it helps. Yes. Who am I being today? That's a great question, Cassie. Thank you for sharing. Who am I being? Because who I'm being matters, because who I'm being affects what I'm doing, not who I'm doing, what I'm doing. Who I'm being affects what I'm doing, and what I'm doing affects what I'm having. So you remember that? It reminds me of that movie. Did you ever see that movie where she says, oh my gosh, it's such a funny movie. when Harry Met Sally, and she's, people are watching her, and she's, she's all joyful and excited, and they're like, oh, I'll have what she's having. So why did they say that? Because of who she was being. She was being somebody that was playful. And if I remember the movie right, let's see, she was just expressing genuine excitement, and other people were picking up on it. And they're like, yeah, I'll have what she's having. Because the implication is, if she's having that and she's being this, it's actually the other way around. She was being who she was being, and therefore she was having what she was having. So who are you being today? That is your question for the day. And I want to give you permission to be you. I've been thinking a lot about the Know Yourself Revolution lately. I'm reworking on some kind of rebranding, and you know how it goes when you're a business owner, it just never ends. You always think about ways you can improve and how you can get the message out and all that good stuff. So I'm working on some of the, like tweaking of that. And so it occurred to me that permission to be you might be a good tagline. It kind of like it is about helping you know, love, and trust yourself, but it's also about giving you permission to be yourself. And that's what human design has done for me. It has totally given me permission to be myself. So if you are just joining and you're wondering, what is she talking about? Or who am I? I don't even know how to be myself. I wish I knew who I was. I wish I knew how to be myself. Well, guess what? I can give you an answer, and it's free. It is complimentary. And I hope you will still value it, even if you don't have to pay for it. But here it is. You can get your free life purpose summary to find out exactly what you're hardwired to be and do. You can get your chart and so much more. It's 2 pages at whatsmychart.com. I'm working on another page that's going to tell you about your unique role in the Know Yourself Revolution. Won't that be cool to see what your unique specific role is in building the new paradigm, or the new earth, or the heaven on earth, however you think of it? The fact of the matter is, we create our own reality. Why not create something amazing? Why not create a world where we have sustainable abundance for everyone? Why not create a world where we actually get along and we enjoy peace and prosperity instead of something different? So today we get to choose. We get to choose one choice at a time. Who we are being, and who we are being affects what we are doing. What we are doing affects what we're having. And so when you make a choice about where to give your attention is your most valuable currency. There is nothing more valuable than your time and your attention. And your time and your attention represent your energy, which is your currency. So who are you giving your currency to? That is in the form of money. It is in the form of time. It is in the form of attention. It is in the form of where is your energy going? So I want you to think about that today, and make sure that where it's going is where you want it to go. Make sure that it's going in a direction that supports the world that you want to create. Make sure it supports the person that you are becoming. And the people that you choose to surround yourself with are people that support that version of the new you that you're in the process of becoming. Because guess what? There is no such thing as staying the same. I got some news for you. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but change is the only constant. So even though it's hard for us sometimes to be in the midst of so much change, the fact is, we might as well just get used to it, because it's going to get more and it's going to get faster. It is a wild ride already. And if you don't know that, then you've probably been hiding out. I hide out a lot. In human design, I'm what's called a hermit, or a natural. In our system, it's a 2-line in the traditional profile. And so what that means is, I like to stay in my cave. I like to stay in my home, in my office, in my comfort zone. And I've been getting a clear message lately that it is time for me to step out of my comfort zone and into the world, the wide world out there. So I'm going to join you in wherever you are. I'm preparing now for my first world tour. I'm going to say world tour because, yeah, I am even going outside the US. So in the next 2 months, I will be visiting. And so I'm telling you this in case you're in one of these locations or you know somebody that you think I should meet. So I want you to, if this resonates with you and you think there's somebody I should meet, be sure to message me and put us in touch so we can arrange something. I'm going to put out some meeting announcements on all my platforms very soon, and I'm intending to have a meetup in Puerto Rico, in Florida, in the Bay Area in California. I'm going to do one in the Fresno area in Central California and one in LA, Los Angeles area, possibly even one in Mexico. So if you or someone you know who is part of the Know Yourself Revolution and you think we should meet, please get in touch and let's coordinate something, because I'm looking for leaders across the country, around the world, who will hold the frequency of the Know Yourself Revolution. It's not about promoting me or my message. I'm here to promote you and your message. If you're in alignment, we are working together to create a shift, an energetic shift for humanity right now. This is a big job and none of us can do it alone. We have to work together. The time of the single shingle is past. I love saying this. The time of the single shingle is past and the time for collaboration is now. So, oh, I love it. Cassie says, so exciting, shifting into a new reality through choice and intention. You know, speaking of that, thanks, Cassie. Speaking of that, I was on the Pattern app today. I love the Pattern app, by the way. If you are on the Pattern app and you want to friend me, I am at G Gravestock. I love it because it talks, and I'm not even an affiliate. I should become an affiliate. What I like so much about it is it helps you to see the connection that you and another person have and sort of the purpose of your relationship in many ways. It kind of gives you an opportunity to do what's called a bond. And why that's so cool is that I have been able to see connections that I have with people around the world, and including Cassie. So whenever I meet somebody that I just totally resonate with, I love to look them up in the Pattern. And so many times it turns out we have a past life connection. So I know if you don't believe in that or you think that's weird, just ignore it for now. But I used to think the same thing. And then I started experiencing this interesting connection with certain people. And then I started looking them up on the Pattern. And it was just amazing what I found. And I found it just validated what I felt inside me, which is like there's an unusually strong connection with this person, which defies logic. Like I haven't even met them in person before, or we've hardly even known each other, but a short time, but already I feel like we have been friends forever. So why is that? You know, I now believe in this concept of other lives, and so I believe that that's true. And so the Pattern gives evidence. Now I don't know if it gives evidence of every connection, but it certainly does a pretty good job with most of the people that I connect with and I have a really strong connection with. It turns out it says past life connection. So pretty fascinating stuff. Why does that matter and why am I sharing it with you? Because the Know Yourself Revolution is all about helping you know, love, and trust yourself. And tuning into some of these tools like human design, like astrology, I didn't grow up with them. You know, I came from a family who always discouraged any even mention of them or any looking at them. But I after a certain point in my life when everything else fell apart and I realized that nothing was as it seemed, that I might as well just explore a little bit, because guess what? It wasn't what I thought anyway. So I might as well just look around a little bit. So I did. And I found things that were not what I thought. Yeah, it was pretty disturbing at first, but now I see it as pretty exciting. It's a whole new world that I haven't barely touched and barely explored, and I'm already 50. So whatever, anyway, the reason that I'm mentioning all that is to say these tools have helped me learn to trust myself. And so like I'm always in my head. I'm trying to get out of my head. I'm choosing to get out of my head and into my heart. I'm wearing this ring that my mom gave me. It's kind of bling blingy. It's not really my normal style, but you know what? I am breaking out of the mold. I'm choosing to lead by example. I'm letting my freak flag fly. I'm wearing dark lipstick. I am just like exploring new ways of living, working, and being. Why? Because that's what I talk about, and I might as well live it, right? I'm not just talking about it, I am exploring it. Some of you know about my journey from being a lifetime vegetarian to now eating meat. Today, I tried mahi mahi. I made it myself. I'm telling you, I should have looked it up online before I jumped in, because I think it could have been better. But the point is, new ways of living, working, and being, they're not always immediately easy or immediately fun. Sometimes it takes some fine tuning and some additional pieces that go along with it. Like in this case, learning how to cook fish better. Okay, I've been doing the air fryer. That works really well for salmon. Turns out mahi mahi. I was trying to do blackened mahi mahi. I used to have that with an old roommate, and I think I didn't cook it on high enough heat. It was too low. So I share that to say I am truly leading by example. I am choosing every day to explore new ways of living, working, and being. I'm about to go to a float spa. I've heard about this for a long time. I finally found one on Groupon, so it made the risk a lot less. So thanks, Jackie, for referring me to that. So anyway, every day I'm looking for new ways of living, working, and being that I can explore, because I know that none of us are stagnant, and it doesn't make sense for us to stay the same person that we were yesterday. I mean, first of all, we're not. Second of all, we might as well like just go explore it. Like enjoy being alive, enjoy being in these physical bodies, because guess what? They won't last forever. So let's do it. Let's give ourselves permission to be us. I give you permission to be you, and I give me permission to be me. It's okay if we don't agree. It's okay if we don't believe the same way. If you and I resonate and we have something in common that we choose to build a conversation or a relationship based on, that's enough for me. So family by choice is something I truly believe in. It has totally changed my life. Again, another example of new ways of living, working, and being. And that wouldn't be possible in a world where I didn't give myself permission to be me. So I give you permission to be you if you need that today. And that means letting, try something different. When my mom gave me this, I kept it because it represents her. She's so blingy. Oh my gosh, you should see in the inside of her car. It's so cool. It's got like sparklies and cool stuff all over the inside. Like it's unlike any car you've ever sat in. It's pretty amazing. It's got a lot of character and personality, just like she. And so when she gave me this ring, I wasn't sure that I would ever wear it because it's not really my normal style. But you know what? When I put this bright pink shirt on today, I thought it matches. I might as well like just be be unique, be uniquely me. So I'm trying some new earrings and I'm just going for it. Like, why not have fun, right? Thanks, Jessica. Jessica says your mom sounds great. Yeah, she's pretty cool. We definitely have a different way of looking at the world, and a little bit different belief system. But I love her. And you know what? I'll tell you this. We had a really difficult conversation, and I'm sharing it now because I want to encourage you. If you have struggled with your family of origin and you have a different belief system now than you used to, I want to encourage you to do something difficult soon. So this is what I did, and it made a big difference in our relationship. My mom and I used to believe the same way, and now I see the world differently. And that's okay. I am not trying to make anyone change their beliefs. Really, I honor you, whatever your belief system is. But my mom was scared by this fact that I changed the way that I saw the world, and she wanted me to see the world the way that she sees it. And so we had a difficult conversation, and we agreed in the end that we didn't want this difference between us to affect the wonderful relationship that we've had for so many years, and that we would continue to hold space for each other to be open to new ways of thinking about the world and life and God. And so that was really it was a risk. It was a big risk for me to take that leap. I told her it came up because I told her about some of the healing adventures that I've had recently. I've been exploring theta healing, and I worked with Cheryl, one of the people in my last event, Cheryl Stelt. She's amazing, and she helped me. How to even talk about this? It's so interesting. She balances chakras, and so she helped me to bring back a piece of me that had been frozen in time for many, many years. And it changed the way that I look at the world. It changed the way I see myself. And I wanted to share this with my mom because it was such a profound experience. And I wanted to tell her how if I would have had this healing experience sooner, I might have had children in this life of my own. And so I wanted to share all that with her, but it was impossible to share it um, without really being open about how I see the world in it, because all of this doesn't fit into the old worldview that I used to have. So I took a leap of faith and I took a risk to have this difficult conversation with her. And I'm so grateful. We both cried, and it was difficult at first because I was scared that she would reject me and that she would not want to have a relationship with me having a different belief system. I mean, I feel like she probably knew, but I hadn't been that open about it before. Deep breath. So it was a risk, but I'm so glad that I took it because as a result, we are able to appreciate each other more and to honor each other's beliefs, even though they're different. And it strengthened our relationship because we were able to acknowledge that things have changed from the time when I was younger, and that she still honors me for the adult that I am. I mean, I am 50 now, so I'm a big girl. And even though I understand her worldview and how it is different than mine, I still honor her and I still love her just as much. But we just don't see the world the same way, and that's okay. So yeah, thanks, Jessica. Jessica says, I bet it deepened your connection. Yeah, it absolutely did. And yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, it's it's kind of embarrassing to be vulnerable in public, but but this episode is about giving you permission to be you. And so I give myself permission to be me, and that includes everything. That includes being honest with myself and with other people. I know from looking at my human design that there's kind of I'm going to say a weird little trick or tweak in my design. I don't know what to call it. When I'm not completely vulnerable with people, I know that my life starts to contract and I have problems. And so I know it's really important for my particular life purpose that I'm open and honest, and that I'm willing to be vulnerable with the people that are close to me, and to be honest. So anyway, I choose to be honest and vulnerable in sharing with you because I want you to see that I'm leading by example. I'm not just saying this stuff. I'm actually doing it, and I'm sharing this vulnerable story with you because I want to encourage you to have tough conversations with the people that you love if you haven't yet. I remember a time, when I went through all that drama about 7 years ago when my ex put a knife to my neck and I had to move in with my friends. And one of my friends who was a coach, he said to me, Grace, you have to be honest with your parents and you should really tell them what you believe. And I said, yeah, I will. I will at some point. But I knew that it would be a shock to their system. And I didn't want to give anyone a heart attack or anything. But finally, I came to that point recently to have that conversation, that difficult conversation with my mom. And it really, it felt good for me. I'm not sure that she was thrilled to hear it, but I know that she respects me a lot and she honors me for my perspective, and she appreciates that we are open and vulnerable with each other. And so that's because that's a value that we both share, then it means, having the hard conversations. It means being willing to be open about things that might otherwise be difficult to talk about. So anyway, I encourage you to have that difficult conversation today and give yourself permission to be yourself. Um, Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Jessica says it's powerful to show your vulnerability. Yes, part of being you, absolutely. Leading by example. Thank you, Jessica. Cassie says your courageous vulnerability is honored, respected, and appreciated. Oh, thank you, Cassie. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. I love having family by choice all over the world. I feel supported. I know I'm supported, and so are you. So this is your opportunity. If you want permission to be yourself, if you want to know who you really are and you want to understand more about your design, I would love to work with you. First get your chart. If you want to do a deep dive, I am offering a VIP day as I travel around the world. And if you're interested in meeting up and having a whole day together, I'm telling you, it will be life-changing. We will spend the entire day together in a beautiful place. So see if a VIP day is a good fit for you. Schedule time for a quick call, kyr.life/quick call. You're not committing to anything if you schedule time. We'll just talk about it. We'll talk about what is it that you want to get out of the time. Like, what is the change that you're going through and how can I support you? And so why I decided to offer this is because I had a client who was, she said, look, I'm really interested in knowing more about myself, but I just don't want like another course and, and videos to go through and things to read. Like I need a real experience. I need face-to-face. I need live conversation. And I said, wow, I can offer you that. So this is a VIP day. It's a whole day with me. Absolutely will be life-changing for you. If you're going through a transition and you're looking for support, what we would do is we'd go through, you'd basically get my whole 10-week or 10 sessions Abundant Life by Design in a concentrated way, but it'd be very interactive. And so we'd actually give you ways to practice being yourself. You, of course, making decisions that are aligned with you and so much more. But we'd have a whole day together. So we'd get to hang out, we get to have a meal or two and really deep dive into what is the change that you're going through and how can I support you? And then applying all of this stuff about who you are to operating as yourself. It really gives you permission to be you when you know who you really are. When you see your energetic blueprint, when you see that it's not just somebody telling you that these are your superpowers. You actually can step into them by trying them out. That's why we call human design an experiment. It's not experimental because we don't know if it's real. It's called an experiment because it doesn't matter until you experiment with it. So I would love to offer you that if it feels, if it resonates with you, if you're interested. And if you just want to meet up when I'm in your area, I will be coordinating a meetup. And I look forward to meeting you, Jessica. I'm going to do one in Florida, so I hope that we can see each other. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to share with you is this. We do have our Alignment 365 Results Club. It is in a beta phase right now, which means it's a soft launch. It means that it's a free trial. And we're still working out the kinks. So every day we meet online on Zoom for 15 minutes and we talk about what we just go through the gratitude practice. And you can get the gratitude practice if you wonder what that is. You can get it at kyr.life/manifest. And so we practice that every day together. Why is that? The reason is because so many times my clients have tried the gratitude practice and had some amazing results even, but have told me I struggle to keep consistent with it. I really, I do it for a while and then I just drop off. And so this is in a way to be in a supportive community in a daily 15-minute practice. It's just 15 minutes. You can squeeze it into your day. It will make a huge difference, not just in your mindset, but it will also help you in your bank account. Like you will see some amazing things showing up. We get testimonials all the time, and I'm going to share with you more as when you if you come and join us. So the first week you also get an affirmation based on your professional type, and every week you get another affirmation on another part of your chart. And this is one of the things that helped me so much. I normally only offer this to my private clients, but I'm offering it to you if you join us at this Alignment 365. Oh, I took it off. Here it is. So it's kyr.life/A365. It's just a 15-minute Zoom call. You sign up for that. It's free. You show up and do your gratitude practice. Get out your journal, get out your pen, and then at the end, we go around quickly and we each verbalize what it is that we're one thing, not all of it, just one thing that we're creating. And so we use the group energy to amplify that manifestation. So I'll give you a quick example of how this works. We tried it with the 7-year-old last month when we were in Florida, and we were in the car. We flew into Florida, and you know how that's Disney World area. So he saw the Disney World signs and said he wanted to go. Well, Grandma picked us up, and Grandma was trying to sell her RV. So Grandma said, if you help me sell my RV while you're here, I will pay for your way to Disney World. Well, she had been trying to sell the RV for many months, so she didn't necessarily think that he could do it. But we coached him through the process in the car, and I'm pretty sure within 48 hours, she had cash and she had sold the RV. That was, it was a good chunk of change. So I believe that we were able to manifest that much faster because we all together were agreed. There was 4 of us in the car, and the energy of all of us, and I could show you how it works in the chart, the energy and all that. But the point is, when you are setting your intentions and you're getting agreement from others, it is very powerful and you will get results much faster. So you're going to get to use the energy of the group, and you'll get the positive support and the community. It's pretty amazing. It's a really great vibe. So join us right now. There's no cost right now. We're in the beta phase. We're testing it out. We're still getting some of the pieces put together. So check it out if you can. Oh, wow. Thanks, Cassie. Cassie says, VIP Day sounds incredible. What a gift for personal change and empowerment. Absolutely. Yes, it's a lot of fun. I remember the first time I did that, and it has absolutely been life-changing. For that person, it was actually a family member. So she didn't pay me in cash, but she paid me in photography. And so all of my professional photos she's done. And so it has absolutely changed her life. It's changed the way she lives and the way she works. It has I'm actually going to have her on my show one time so you can meet her. But anyway, she's amazing, and she's intentionally creating an amazing life based on the things that I teach. And so that time with me was there's no doubt that was and of course you say she's a family member. It was a good chunk of time, and there are other clients that I've worked with too that would say that, but it's just that she's the first person that comes to mind because it was such a dramatic difference. And I remember the first time when she told me she and her boyfriend were here in Austin, and we were talking about the gratitude practice, and about a month later we were talking, and she said, guess what? He got a job within walking distance. He rides his bike to work. And that was one of the things that we had talked about when I told him about how to do the gratitude practice. And so that's just one example. Like, imagine what the value would be to you if you could have your dream job. What would be the value to you if you could meet your life partner, or a person that you really want to connect with? I mean, who knows if it'll be for life? Maybe you're not into for life. Whatever it is, whatever you're looking for, it's out there, and this is a way to get it faster. It's so amazing, this process. So join us in the Alignment 365 Results Club. I called it that because for human design, it's all about when you're in alignment, you can be in the right place at the right time with the right people. And my partner calls it being in the flow, but it's the same thing. It's about being in alignment. So Alignment 365. So staying in alignment every day of the year. Imagine how much easier your life would be, because if you could just, you just say them or you write them and things just come to you. Like, that is the future as we learn how to use our superpowers and as we collaborate together. When we use our energy together like that, we can manifest faster, and we don't have to be competitive. We can all win. Like, what if we could all win? It's a totally different way of playing the game. So I invite you today to think about how you want to play the game. And if you want to play the game the new paradigm way, it's all about collaboration. So join me tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. In the Alignment 365 Results Club. We call it A365 as a short short word. Anyway, yes, Jessica says, let's all win. I agree. Why shouldn't we? Like, we get to choose, right? So what are you choosing today? So I encourage you to choose yourself first. I give you permission to be you. Let your freak flag fly. If that resonates with you, that's what that's what the pattern says about me. Like, it always tells me, and I think it's something related to my Uranus complex or whatever. I don't really understand all the astrology lingo, but but when I kept hearing that, and I thought, you know what? Why not? Why not have a different hairstyle every day? Why not wear different jewelry in like every day and change up my style? Why not like just be myself and not worry about editing myself as I talk? Why not just be myself? So I'm leading by example. Here we go. I'm giving myself permission to be me. I'm giving you permission to be you. But the most important thing is for you to give yourself permission to be you. So that's why we, the Know Yourself Revolution, it's all about helping you know, love, and trust yourself, because you are where it starts. Everything starts with you. You have all the answers within. And when you are living in alignment, the world lines up, and everyone just lines up at your door to give you what you need to make it fun and easy. It does not have to be painful. Okay. So when you're in alignment, for most people, that means satisfaction, not frustration. That's optional. So when you learn to live in alignment with your design, that is when life gets easy, fun and easy. Yes. Yes, Cassie. She's with us. Thank you, Cassie. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I look forward to talking to you. If you want to connect, quick call, set time for a quick call, or join us at 9 o'clock in the morning every weekday for our alignment club. Get some accountability and support with your gratitude practice. Keep it going. I mean, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So there's no risk here. So join us if it resonates. I can't wait to see you there. Together we can positively impact 5 billion people by 2025 through the Know Yourself Revolution, through frequency, through alignment, and through collaboration. Until tomorrow. Thank you.